Ever thought about your one-year food supply? Share your thoughts below. Welcome to a journey of strategic planning and foresight, as we delve into the concept of building a one-year food stockpile. This isn't just about filling your pantry to the brim, it's about ensuring you have enough variety, nutrition, and most importantly, the right quantities to sustain you for a full year. Imagine the average adult consumes around 1,960 pounds of food in a year. That's akin to eating nearly a ton of food. It's a staggering fact that highlights the importance of careful planning and preparation. Building a one-year food stockpile may seem like a daunting task, but with the right approach and a little bit of patience, it's entirely possible. So, are you ready to embark on this fascinating journey of food stockpiling? Now let that sink in. It's not just about filling your pantry, it's about strategic planning to ensure you have enough variety, nutrition, and, most importantly, the right quantities for a full year. So where do we start? Begin by assessing your family's dietary preferences and nutritional requirements. To begin, take a close look at what your family eats on a regular day. This will give you a solid foundation for your stockpile plan. Now remember, this isn't about hoarding, it's about ensuring that if the supermarkets were to close tomorrow, you'd have everything you need to keep your family well fed for a year. To do this, we need to consider two things: dietary preferences and nutritional requirements. Dietary preferences are the foods your family enjoys eating. These are the meals that bring comfort and a sense of normalcy. Nutritional requirements, on the other hand, are the nutrients your body needs to function properly. Start by writing down your family's favorite meals. Then break these meals down into their basic ingredients. This will give you a list of foods to include in your stockpile. Also, consider dietary restrictions or allergies within your family. The last thing you want is a stockpile full of foods that some family members can't consume. Next, let's consider nutritional requirements. A balanced diet should include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Carbohydrates provide energy, proteins help in growth and repair, fats are essential for brain health, vitamins and minerals support the immune system and overall well-being. So, make sure your stockpile includes a variety of foods that cover these nutritional bases. Remember, variety is key. Eating the same thing day in, day out can lead to food fatigue. So, aim for a diverse range of foods that will keep meals interesting. Allocate a specific portion of your budget to different food categories like dry goods, freeze-dried foods, canned goods, and frozen items. Each has its own merits. Now, when it comes to budgeting, diversify your resources. Allocate funds to dry goods such as rice, grains, and pasta. They are affordable and have a long shelf life. Freeze-dried foods, canned goods, and frozen items also have their place. They offer variety and convenience, and in the case of freeze-dried foods and canned goods, they don't rely on constant power. So, in assessing your family's dietary preferences and nutritional requirements, you're taking the first crucial step towards building a one-year food stockpile. It's a journey, but a worthwhile one. Let's continue on. Every prepper will have a different budget, some small and some large. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you set aside what you feel comfortable with each month, and you use that money to build and fill your prepper pantry. Let's dive into the heart of the matter, the food categories. Each category has a unique role, and understanding this is crucial for a well-rounded pantry. First up, dry goods. These are the backbone of your stockpile. Foods like rice, pasta, and grains are not only affordable, but they also boast a long shelf life. That's a win-win situation when you're planning for a whole year. Next, we have freeze-dried foods. Ever thought about how to retain nutrients without the bulk? Freeze-dried foods are your answer. They're lightweight, compact, and they maintain their flavor. That's 3 wins in a row. Then, there are canned goods. These are the reliable workhorses of your pantry. With a wide variety from fruits and veggies to meats and soups, canned goods require no special preparation. Just pop open a can, and you're good to go. Finally, we have frozen items. Now, these require consistent power, but they offer a semblance of normalcy during challenging times. Having a frozen pizza or ice cream in the middle of a crisis? That's a morale booster right there. Now let's talk about diversification. It's not just about having different types of food, it's about having the right quantities of each. And this is where our 4-to-1 stockpiling rule comes into play. For every 1 portion of meat, vegetables, or fruit, aim to stockpile 4 times the amount in dry foods. These are your bulk foods and will form the heart of your meals. So there you have it. The food categories decoded and the importance of diversification in a food stockpile laid out. Remember, it's not just about filling your pantry, it's about strategic planning. It's about ensuring you have enough variety, nutrition, and most importantly, the right quantities for a full year. Remember the 4-to-1 stockpiling rule. But having the right quantities is only half the battle. Storage options matter. Imagine you're not just prepping for a temporary hiccup. You're planning for a year of potential disruptions. The importance of having diverse and robust storage options cannot be overstated. Let's start with dry goods and canned items. These are your pantry staples and can be stored on regular shelves. But remember, they need to be in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. This will help extend their shelf life and maintain their nutritional value. Freeze-dried foods, on the other hand, when properly packaged, can be placed in 5-gallon buckets. This allows them to be stacked, saving space. It's a good idea to use airtight food-grade containers for these, as they will keep out moisture and pests and keep the food fresh. Frozen goods, while providing a semblance of normalcy during challenging times, come with their own set of challenges. They require consistent power, so a reliable generator or a portable battery bank power station is a must. But remember, even with a power source, it's important to open the freezer as little as possible to maintain the cold temperature. And let's not forget about the importance of rotation. When adding new items to your stockpile, make sure to move the older items to the front so they get used first. This way you're not just storing food, but rotating through it, keeping your stockpile fresh. Also, consider your storage space as a whole. Is it easily accessible? Is it safe from potential flooding or other environmental hazards? These are all critical factors when planning for potential disruptions. Lastly, always keep an inventory. Knowing what you have and where it's stored can save precious time and resources in a crisis situation. An organized storage system is an efficient one. So, there you have it. With the right storage options, you're not just storing food, you're strategically planning for a year of potential disruptions. Cover all bases and you'll be prepared for any situation. Remember, strategic planning involves not just knowing what to stock, but understanding how much you'll need. It's like putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle. Each piece, each food item plays a crucial role in the grand scheme of things. And just as you wouldn't want to be left with missing pieces, you don't want your pantry to be short on essential items when you need them the most. The process might seem overwhelming, but fear not. Break it down into manageable steps. Start with a list of the foods you regularly consume. Then, calculate how much of each you'd need to last a year. Remember the 4-to-1 rule we discussed earlier for dry goods and other food categories. Once you've got your quantities figured out, it's time to plan your purchases. Spread them out over time to make it more manageable on your budget. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You're building for the long haul, not just for a weekend camping trip. And while you're planning, don't forget to account for variety. Having the same meal day in and day out can lead to food fatigue, a real concern in long-term survival situations. So, ensure your stockpile includes a good mix of flavors and food types. Moreover, always keep an eye on the shelf life of your stored food. Regularly rotate your stock to keep it fresh and safe to eat. This is not a set-it-and-forget-it situation. It requires regular check-ins and maintenance. This journey towards long-term resilience is not just about survival. It's about maintaining a quality of life, even in the face of adversity. It's about being prepared, not scared. It's about knowing that come what may, you have a plan, you have a strategy, you are ready. It's a meticulous process, but it's the key to long-term resilience. And when you have that, you can weather any storm that comes your way with confidence and strength. Remember, the goal isn't just to survive, but to thrive. So let's keep prepping, and as always, stay resilient. And there you have it, the strategic plan to build a 1-year food stockpile. We've navigated through assessing your family's dietary needs, examining different food categories, and the importance of storage options. We've also emphasized the significance of strategic planning, reminding you that it's not just about filling your pantry, but ensuring you have a diversified approach to cover all your nutritional needs. Remember, each adult consumes approximately 1,960 pounds of food every year. That's nearly a ton of sustenance. So plan wisely, and remember the 4-to-1 stockpiling rule. Dry goods are your bulk foods, which will be the heart of your meals. Prepping is not just about surviving, it's about thriving during challenging times. With the right planning and a bit of prepper magic, you're well on your way to a secure and well-fed future. With that said, thanks for joining us on this Prepper Pantry adventure. Until next time, stay prepared, stay resilient, and I will see you on the next one.